Yeah. Before we get started, let me tell y'all right now what y'all need to do. Y'all need to sign up for 1099 online. Okay, you go to 1099online.com and sign up. Now, reason we're doing this right now is because it is tax season time to get your moolah, baby. Well, the lawful moolah. All right. So, okay, I'm not a spokesperson or even doing a promo for 1099, but they are offering y'all, well, me too, 20% off. Hey, that goes very far. All right. So let me give y'all an example why you need to sign up. And it hit me. Okay. The link is in the description right now if y'all need to sign up. Well, y'all do need to sign up. Stop trying to do the 1099As and 1099Bs by hand. No, do it online because you get an approval letter from the IRS, the Internal Revenue Service, and that approval letter approves you for those funds that you are trying to get. So sign up right now below. So let me do the math for y'all right now for those who just do not know. Let me pull out my calculator here. Pull out my calculator. All right. So, all right, I have 20 companies that I am doing 1099s on, okay? Every 1099 that you do on one company, you actually have to do two. There's a 1099A and a 1099B. And by the way, I am about to go over the 1099A in detail and the 1099B in detail, so stay tuned to this video. Don't stop it. Watch it all the way through because you're going to need it. So every time you do an A, you're going to have to do a B. Right now, the online, it is $3.49 for a 1099A. All right. So if I have 20 to do. I do have 20. I think about 4 more extras I have to do because I have to do my very first one that I have to do on this major company, and then I have 3 more for 3 cases that I took on. So that's 4 extras. Now watch how that 4 extra play out. 349 times the main 20 that I have to do is $69.80. Okay, so when you multiply that times 2, that comes to $139 and what? 60 cents. So let me write that down. 139.60. All right, so let me tell you how this works. So with 349 each, you're going to deduct 20%. That's 20% off. Now you're only paying $2.79 for each 1099. Now, since there is 2 for every company, and I have 20, that would be 40. So I will multiply that 279 times 40, and that is $111.60. So when I do my deductions, I'm not even on the calculator right now. I'm writing by hand because I love doing math. You know what I'm saying? I love crunching numbers. So 9 from 1, that is 8. 3 from 1 is 2. And so right there, I save $28, right? So let me tell you what that $28 can do for me. So that is 20 1099As and 1099Bs that I'm doing, right? So how many more 1099s can I get for this $28? Well, what we do, we take the 28, and we're going to divide that into the 279, and I can get about 10 more 1099s. So I can do 5 more 1099s, okay? That's 5 companies is what I'm talking about. Well, actually 5, let's see, 5, 279, yeah. I can get 10 more 1099s. 10 more. So that's 5 companies I can do 1099s on. So instead of 4, I can go ahead and do 5. So in reality, I get 10 free 1099s. You see that? On 5 companies where I don't have to pay for. So that means I can take 5 more cases. I can take your child support case, you know what I'm saying? His child support case, his prison case, you see what I'm saying? And I can do them 1099s for the free. So sign up today below. All right? Hey, let's get it started. Kings and Queens, clash your swords. Yeah. You kings and queens already know.
100 kings and 100 queens.
Let's show 'em. All right, everybody. Now that y'all signed up or signing up for the 1099 online, hope you are doing that because you will need it after we get done with this entitlement order, executive order. You will get the how can I say it? The lowdown, the secrets, the how can I say it? The technicality, the grasp of the 1098, 1099As and 1099Bs. All right. Since we're talking about taxes and y'all know everything is a tax, I'm gonna show y'all exactly how you are to do this. All right. Now, before we get into the 1099A and 1099Bs, in the middle portion of this video, I'm going to show y'all a classic video from me and my sons. This is building the Cityside Records Empire. And then at the end, I have another video that I promised King's Race here about the wine that I supposed to came out, I think it was in 2005. Maybe 2005, I was coming out with my own wine called STB4L, Save the Best for Last. You know, in the scriptures, Jesus turned water into wine, and then the man came out and said, well, whoa, you saved the best for last. Because he put his hand on it and he blessed it. All right, everybody. Now, we're going into the executive order because this executive order shows you the process, okay? It shows you the process on all the things that you will need before you actually file your taxes, okay? Before you actually file the taxes. Now, if you haven't purchased the tax class, you need to purchase that. It is $125, okay? So with that, and then showing you here what you need, you will know how to do the taxes and get your lawful money back. All right, now this ain't for you to get the fee out and spend that and explain this to y'all plenty of times. When you get this money from the Treasury, you put it into an investment account, brokerage account with Fidelity, cash management. Then you get a brokerage account. This is in your first, middle, and last. First and middle is in the first name box. Last name is in the last name box. Don't put no middle name on there. The first and middle is your first name, and it goes in the first name box. Always remember that. Because if you allow them to make a derivative of your name, they can go to the Treasury, do an assumed name on that name because it ain't your name. Stop letting them run game on y'all. Okay? I'll give you a bunch of pointers here. Okay? So all y'all who just want to watch a third of this video and then you get your behinds off of here, you're going to miss out. I'm telling you. All right? So the first thing y'all want to do is do this executive order because it is what sets these corporations in order. Okay? That's why it's called an executive order. The entitlement order under the UCC is another thing called the notification of record. That's what they called it, but that's not the name of it. It's an entitlement order, which gives a notification to the company that you want your lawful money. And y'all about to see this. I updated this. This is edition 001. Only the members of my university can get this. So please do not write me, email me, call me asking for this. I don't sell documents at all. Only sell the barcodes. Now, if you want to purchase the barcode for $25, you can go to PayPal. That's paypal.me/STT Estate Trust. And then in the notes section, you're going to put barcode for executive order. Okay? Now, the members of our university, you don't have to pay anything because your monthly dues cover this. And the monthly dues ain't nothing but $100 a month. All right? So let's get started. It says, at the top, it says from the executive office of, and then it's the all caps name. Now that right there is the header of it. So you're going to have to click on, like double click on that, and then you got to go in there and put your all caps name, first, middle, last, and then the estate, word estate. Okay? You're going to need a barcode on it. Why? Because it's showing them that you're foreign to them. Not that you're foreign to them, that you're a native of the land. All right? And that's a 13-digit barcode. We're not doing the 12-digit barcodes. Only on certain documents we'll do the 12 digits, but we're sticking to the 13 digits to separate ourselves from the domestic. Okay? IRS already showed us that. They recognize that. A lot of other companies already do. So when they see that 13-digit barcode, they know that we mean business. They know that your status is corrected and you're not a citizen. If you're not a citizen, that means you're foreign. But if you're a citizen, you're not foreign. Okay? This is how they're running game on y'all. Okay? This is how they're taxing y'all. This is how they're getting your lawful money. Because if you're a citizen, then they got the right to become your power of attorney, run game on you. I'm not saying it's right at all, by no means, but I'm letting you know what they do. Okay? I'm give y'all a bunch of knowledge while I'm teaching y'all this stuff here, alright? Entitlement order, executor order. I just explained that to y'all. USPS 10-year tracking number. No, you do not do registered mail. Stop letting these people lie to you. Let me break this down for all y'all out there. The reason you do certified mail, right? Certified mail is for certified documents. Certified mail. Whatever's in there is certified. Okay? Certificated deeds. Okay? You're a certified agent. Come on now. 10-year tracking. If you do registered mail, they're not going to let you do 10-year tracking. Okay? Registered mail, you're just wasting your money. Your fiat. Okay? Now, another thing, when y'all pay for this, I would suggest y'all go to stamps.com and y'all set up an account and y'all go in there, and that way you can get the tracking number immediately. Print that out on your printer, and then when you print that out, you already have the tracking number in the sheet right there that you're going to cut off and paste, tape to your envelope, big envelope. So you can look at it and write it. I know the post office has kind of stopped some places from getting a tracking number. That way you can't go home and write it down, or go to the other counter and write it down on this document here. All right? However you do it, you need to put that tracking number on there. It needs to be on there. Okay? And when you get home the next day, when you get home that day, the next day, you're going to go to USPS. You're going to type in USPS tracking. Put that number in there, and they're going to let you know if they signed it in. Once they signed it in, and shows that it's signed in, you're going to go to the USPS, and you're going to go to Tracking Plus. It's going to be Tracking Plus, okay? And that's when they're going to allow you to extend it off 1 year, 3 years, 5 years, or 10 years. You're going to choose the 10-year option because you might have to go in court. And the importance of this is, if they see you have a 10-year tracking, they know that you can always take them to federal court, because you can summon the postal, postal inspector? Postal inspector to court to tell that it was shipped and that they received it. Okay? That's the key to that. It says notice the agent is notice the principal, and notice the principal is notice the agent. Okay, so we always looked at it, we thought we was talking about the principal. Principal, we thought it was them. And then the agent, we thought it was them. But we're the agents. We're also the principal. Give me my principal plus my interest. We're the principal. Notice I put principal, pal, and we're the agent. But on their end, they're acting as the principal, getting the principal of the fiat, as it says in what? 31 U.S.C. 3123. Principal and interest. So that's what they're going to get from the U.S. Treasury. Okay, but we get that back once we pay with our silver or our gold. Notice the agent. Who's the agent? We always say that, and we thought it was them. If you say they're the damn agent, then they're the tax collector. Because what does the agent do? They collect taxes. What certifies that? The fins and gens number, showing that they are what? Foreign. Collecting taxes with a partnership with the United States Treasury and the IRS. Okay, Model 1, Model 2. Type that in, IRS Model 1, Model 2, and look at the definitions of that. Okay? Model 1 has a partnership with the IRS. So we've been looking at this, notice the agent, notice the principal, notice the agent wrong. So we're saying notice to the agent who collects the taxes. Notice to the principal who's going to receive the principal and pay their bill. Maybe I should just take that off right now. But I'm going to leave it on there because they're acting. So what we should say, notice to acting agent. And notice to acting principal. They really can get the principal. But that's what they're trying to get anyway, the fiat. He who holds the fiat is the what? Citizen. Because he's getting the fiat. 31 U.S.C. 3123 said they were paid in fiat. Okay? Legal tender. The only one who holds the legal tender is who? That's the company that's coming after you and stealing your lawful money. The agent is the one who's collecting the taxes. And the taxes is collected by who? The principal. The principal is the taxes. That's the initial amount. When you buy a car for $100,000, say, King, who's going to buy a car that expensive? I might one day. But anyway, the principal is the one that collects the taxes. Again, the principal is the taxes. See? You might say, King, that don't make no sense. Well, what is the definition of a principal? What is the principle of a bit on a bill? This is what I mean by it's a play in words. But the agent is the tax collector collecting the principal. So I hope y'all remember that. All right, let's go down. We got the date right here. It's not 2024 anymore, so y'all gonna have to change that. It says, dear company, account number. So you put the account number. I'm gonna have to send this off to 20 different companies. Okay? This does not need to be notarized, by the way, but the other documents attached to it will. Each document is showing y'all how to do this process for the first 28 days, and then you mail that thing off in the next couple of days, and then within 45 days, the Treasury cuts your check. Okay? So this entitlement order, notification of record. Notice I put notification of record, like I said above. Precept upon precept. Okay. Is to inform you of the power of attorney, in fact, on record for your, and then you put, well, for, then you put the all caps name, because most of your bills in the all caps name. If it's in the company name, you put the company name, okay, that you have, that they're billing, okay? You are to cease and desist communicating with the business name. So we're certified in stating right there that this is a business, not a living being. Okay, we put them all on check with the business name and or derivatives. See, we're covering that. If they want to flip, flop it, take, do S. Johnson, all this crazy mess, and or derivatives of the name. And then you put all caps name there, first, middle, last. The name is held in foreign trust in the country of, boom, your 9-8 country, which it needs to be one that's not part of the Hague. Everyone I know is using Kenya, Ghana. I wouldn't use Ghana. Some people still doing it. Let them do it. But it needs to be a place where you're actually going to go, set up schools, set up farms, do business in, have a house there, okay? You need to have another backup plan. Okay, keep that in mind. Don't just depend on being over here on your native Indian land or the corporate territory. You need to have a backup for your fam if they need to jump on a private plane and get the hell out of the United States. Okay? And the reason you need that is because that's how you're going to get the lawful money. That's why we're stating your 9-8 country here. So when you state the 9-8 country, they know that the beneficiary is going to receive foreign funds. That means they're eligible, how can I say it? I can just say receivable to receive those lawful money benefits. You're stating right there. The address you are contacting is the branch office. So that's another correction now. They think that's where you live, the straw man live? No. Or the beneficiary live? No, because they said the straw man is the beneficiary. You're correcting them on that. It's a branch office. See? For both the name, all caps, and the trust, you put the trust name there. First, middle, last, with the word trust at the end. Don't do no jumping jack, flash, my mama slapped my daddy when he was young, trust. Don't put no, oh, I got a big booty trust, big booty Judy trust, Joe Blow trust, all that stupid stuff, revocable trust. Don't put none of that. It's always your first, middle, last with the word trust. Make it very simple for the IRS and the Treasury, and the checks will move smooth. Okay? We have attached the durable power of attorney, comma, Form 56 and Form 56F. Okay? And I'm going to do a video on the Form 56F, so be on the lookout for it in the next week. Okay? According to the IRS handbook publication, the receiving company and or government agencies are required, after notification, to do communication only with the fiduciary of. You are hereby required to communicate with the agent /attorney /power of attorney starting this date. So whatever date you want to make the starting date, that's what you do. Okay? Cease all communications with, boom, the all caps name. You can also put derivatives of. If you continue to use the name which carries $100 million in .999 silver coins, claim including 100 acres of land, you will be charged that full value, and if necessary, it will be enforced through a foreign judgment in a competent court. Make all correspondence to king or your queen name, and then you put of the such and such estate. Whatever the straw man last name is, you put of the last name estate. So if your first name is Joe, it'll be Eoj, King Eoj of the last name is Johnson, it'll be King Eoj of the Johnson estate. That's how you do it. You spell the first name backwards, and then you put of the, and then whatever the last name you were birthed with, not what you're married with, not what your Moorish name is, not what the tribal Indians gave you. No, it's what your mammy gave you, what your pappy gave you. King, what if I was adopted? Where's what your adopted mammy or adopted pappy gave you? Shoot. That's how you do it. All right. So, now, if you're claiming both names, that's your adopted name and your real name, do so. You're also going to have to do that on your common law copyright as well. All right? So, moving on. Since the deposits, see, right there you're stating to them, I know what I've been giving y'all is deposits. They're really tax deposits. Okay? Payment to your company is over $10. And that's according to the, I think it's on the CFR code, that you can't do a 1099 unless it's over $10. Okay, that's the minimum. You are hereby ordered, in line with 12 U.S.C. 411, 18 U.S.C. 8, 31 U.S.C. 3727, to return all lawful /demand money at its current going interest rate, along, and your current going interest rate is whatever you state in your 1099-A that you can send with this. Okay? Ongoing interest rate, along with the principal from any /all tender amount given on account, and you put the account number. If you got more than one account, you put it there, and that's only to that one company. And some of y'all have 2 accounts with these companies, so you put both. And submit a filled out out IRS W-9 form. Now, this is what I mean by if they don't give you a W-9 form, then under the code, 26 U.S.C. 1445, the IRS or the Treasury, which says the Treasury, the Secretary, can tax the maximum amount. And the IRS already does this. And it's 33, I think it's 33 to 35% if you do not furnish a tax ID number. And what's funny about this is the tax. Ain't that funny? You don't turn this in and you get taxed 30-some%. Tax. Attached. So that lets you know you got to attach this to us immediately. And I would give them only 3 days. If you mailed it off, it took 3 days for it to arrive to them, they got 3 days to get it back. After that, 6 days, 6-7 days is over. Move forward. Or all payments will cease. And what I mean by that, I don't mean the fiat. I don't mean stop paying the fiat, because you're still going to get all that back anyway every time you pay it. You got to do 1099s on the contract for the first year or 2 years, and then you got to do one on the tender that you gave them, the U.S. dollar, the checks, the money orders. That's 2 separate 1099As. So now you see why I was saying sign up for 1099 online and get that 20% discount, because y'all going to need it, believe me. All right? So, form attached to us immediately or all payments will cease. What that means is you're going to do a DLT letter, a dispute letter. Go on YouTube, type in under the search, King Stevian, Stevian, dispute letter DLT. Or you can just put King Stevian, do a DLT. D as in dog, L as in laughing, T as in tongue. Right? Because under the code, what is that, 31 CFR 240.14 through 17, it says once you do a dispute against a company, then all payments to that company stop by the Treasury. So what does that mean? I want y'all to stop and think about that now. If all payments stop, what does that mean? They've already been getting what? Payments from the Treasury. That means your bills have already been paid. So that's what I mean by stop talking about this shit about discharging. Shit already been paid. All y'all gotta do is a dispute letter. Follow it up with all this stuff that I'm showing y'all right here. Giving y'all the way. Okay? Again, order the tax class is $125. You're going to need to know how to do the taxes. This is only the first part here. This is the first part. There's 2 parts to this to get all this lawful money, these millions. And I'm going to show you how much I'm going to get back. I'm not going to show you all of it. Okay? I got about 11 mil coming back. I would say in the next 3 months. Okay? And that's going from my bloodline. Right? We're going to start building farms and stuff like that. I waited too long. Now it's time for action. And for my kids to have, not my kids, because that's goats, my tribe, my bloodline, my offspring, they have satisfaction. Yeah. Time for some action so they can have some satisfaction. I like the way that sounds. King T, no man, make me a beat for that one, boy. All right, let's get it. All right, you will submit all hidden and known 1099As, 1099 OIDs. You might say, where the 1099Bs at? You don't got to worry about it because they ain't trading on rates. And any other tax form, that's where all the others come at. You have filed with the IRS, U.S. Department of the Treasury, and or Federal Reserve. You are hereby noticed that all future payments will and shall be paid in lawful money to settle any and all debts. All debts are and shall be property of our state/trust and shall be reported to the U.S. Department of the Treasury and the IRS/Internal Revenue Service. You, and I know that's 2 IRS, get out of here. You, your agents, associates, partners, third-party companies, or and any other entity do not have power of attorney over the person or a name. You know, the person is the corporation, and the name is your living name. And then you put your all caps name there, first, middle, last. What you was birthed with, not what you was married with, not what somebody gave you in some group you joined, none of that. And neither is the name, all caps name, first, middle, last, an employee of your company. If you got a bank account, you need to be sending this out to your banks as well. Especially the banks. Especially the banks. Okay? Never was, or ever have been, or never will be. That'd be messed up. King Stevian need a damn job, and he goes to the goddamn First National Bank and be like, yeah, I need a job. And they go back down with Mr. Stevian, and I have to correct it. I'm not a mister. A mister is a master. So you're going to be the master of the unemployment line because you ain't getting no job here. But anyway, they're going to be like, well, I got that letter that you sent, Mr. Stevian. And it said you never been an employee, never have, and never will. Just like Stepping Up. Never had it, never will. And I was like, God dang, y'all remember that letter? Do you remember it verbatim? Well, where my lawful money at then? Go in there back in that bank and go run me my money, boy. Anyway, never will be an employee. Sometimes I gotta laugh at myself. Will be an employee of your company or any associated government or associated entity company of. All principal and lawful money / interest credits that your company have had, has, or will obtain are hereby demanded to be returned in full, and let them be credited on my / our account. It's just in case you want to do it as a married couple, because some of y'all married and tied into the state, and you know the state get that lawful money. Y'all know that, right? Y'all don't get none of that interest. It goes to the state. That's why you got to get your name back and take over your estate. So, baby, go get your name back, baby. Go get your name back. On my or our account, in your system, and on the record, for the record. I just put that in there because I hear all these gurus in court. Your Honor, for the record, on the record, or on the record, for the record. That shit sounds so damn good. I'm like, God damn you, Morris brother. That shit sounds good. Anyway, if you have any concern, feel free to call me, not to rebut or negotiate, at the below phone number. And you're going to put your below phone number there, okay, somewhere down here. Now, here is the attachment. Here is the first part of the process. You might say, King Stevian, has the process changed? No, it has not. I told y'all 2 years ago that there is the 8288B, A, and 8288 that needs to be done. We put it to the side to the Most High, said come back later on. Because y'all had to be perfected on all the other stuff, which y'all are. This is why I say those who did not attend the tax class or don't know it in full or felt like they didn't want to do it in full, you better do it in full. Because you're not going to be full. You're going to be starving like God dang Marvin. Trying to help you out here. First thing is the durable power of attorney in fact. You get it from me. You get it from me. Okay? The one we have covers everything. Okay? We got it from, there was a guy that had it online. I forgot his name. He had a bunch of templates. And that's where we initially got all our most of our templates from. But since then, we then redid them, changed a lot of things in them, and made them very perfect. Okay? The things that apply to what we are doing. The things that apply to commerce. When you take this power of attorney into a bank, they're scared of it because it kills their power of attorney. That's why they don't want to notarize it. I doubled all day. Take it into, get it from me, take it into your bank, and I guarantee you. But there's a barcode goes at the top, and that's $25. Okay, so and that's your form. Okay, your form 56. That's the next thing. So those who went to the IRS and turned in their Form 56 first, came back, did the durable power of attorney. In fact, you can use those same ones. Okay? Now, the next is the Form 56F, and I'll be showing y'all how to do that. I would go into it immediately. I'm thinking while I'm on the mic, should I do that for y'all? You know, some of y'all, yeah, King, King, do it, just like that damn song. Do it, baby, do it, baby. Anyway, so, I'm going to show y'all how to do Form 56. Might be in the next video, okay? Next is the common law copyright. That needs a barcode as well. Okay? Now that one gets both barcodes. It gets the domestic and it also gets the private. Why? Because you're coming into commerce with it. Okay? Some of the states might not want to give you an assumed name. So this is how you get that covered. Right? Those who cannot get an assumed name in your birth state, you need to go ahead and get a patent. Not a patent. Is it a patent? Yeah, it's a patent of your name. Okay? A patent of your name in your birth state. That's all you have to do. First, middle, last, and this is why I told everyone, at the sound of my voice, y'all need to be getting some t-shirts with your name on it. First, middle, last. Come on now. We all should be getting t-shirts with the names on it. If your name is, let's see, Marsha Andra Griffin, okay? So that, of course, would be a woman shirt, and I would just put that in the front in cursive, put some fancy, you know, colors of the wording. You know, you got plenty of programs online that'll do it for you. And then, you know, put your initials in the back, around the back neck part for the logo, okay? And then boom, that was your shirt. Sell it. You know, I'll buy it from you, and plenty of other kings will buy it from you, give it to their sisters, my niece, whatever. You know, come on now. You got to put it in commerce because you got to prove that it's been in commerce. All right? So, the next is the 1099A and 1099B, which we will be going over in a minute. Okay? We'll be going over that in a minute. I know you were looking like, where that, King, where that? It's over here. Over here somewhere. But I got to show you this letter. Show y'all what happened. Show you that I don't play around. I get down to the sound. You hound. Arf, 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 arf. No, King Gray said that is not Hershey. That is not Hershey. Not Hershey. All right. But anyway, the 1099A and 1099B. Okay. And I'm going to show y'all how to get it off the 1099 online. All right. Matter of fact, let me go over there right now. If you did a 1099A and 1099, this is what you're going to do. After you then submitted it, you're going to go over to 1099 online, right here as you see, and you're going to go to dashboard. It's going to pull this up. And you're going to go over here where it says view and print on the 6th box. View and print. You're going to click on that. And you click on that, it's going to pull up. Let me show you. You see, because this thing is taking so long to pull up. Earlier today, they were just tripping. They wouldn't even let that joke come up. Come on, boy. Where you at now? All right. All right, so what you do is, we're going to do, let's do CSE major. And I did one in 2023. So there's unknown artists. Okay. So, and you're going to go over to actions. And you're going to hit view and print. And when it asks for all copies, it asks do you want the recipient copy or the paid copy, you're going to hit all copies. So you need to have a paired one showing that you paid them. Okay, this is what the Treasury going to need to see. And then you got the recipient copy that you need to mail to them. Okay, so they can't say they did not get a copy. I know they're being in dishonor by not mailing you the copies that they do on you, but we're in honor, baby. You got to be in honor to get the honest fiat and the honest lawful money. King, I thought you said we ain't get no fiat. No, you can't get fiat. That's the principal amount. Okay? So, and then when you hit that, you're going to hit submit. Let's do that. Let me do this. Let me show you. See how I pulled it up for me? And so, you got the unknown artist. That's who it was. Unknown artist in there, and the IRS approved it. So, King, you know, Marilyn, when I was telling you about the unknown artist, remember I told you I did a claim on the unknown artist? This is it right here. Okay, and by the way, y'all, if y'all ever hear anybody calling themselves the unknown artist, they're lying. I own the unknown artist. Here's my 1099A. I acquired it. Teach y'all that one day. See, so this is the borrower, and they get this copy. Okay, so that's that. Case closed on that. Let's go back to the entitlement order. Right? So you're gonna do the same thing with 1099B. Okay. So we're moving on. The 236 Treasury Power of Attorney form. Okay? Let's go over here. Should I go over here? We're going to pull up the 236 Treasury Power. I'm typing with one finger, by the way. King, you so damn slow. Yo, mama, boy. Nigga, don't talk about my mama. You said about my mama? I said your mama had you, boy. You want to go there? I'm just going to pull that up. So this is the 236. Okay, and I'm not going to show you how to fill it out. I got a video showing you how to fill that out. Okay, it's very simple, but got a video. Now, if you want that video, okay, again, it's $60. It's breaking it down, and on that video, it is really breaking it down. It's breaking down majority of the tax stuff, too. That between the tax class and the 236 is showing you how to use the instrument. I mean, between those two and what I'm teaching you now, you'll be a beast. I'm telling you. Right? So, that class is, video is $60, and if you purchase it on PayPal, again, make sure you put in the note section 236 USB drive. Okay? Make sure your address is up to date. Okay? And you put your phone number in there. Okay? If your address is already up to date, just put your phone number and your name in there, and that way I can give you a call and make sure everything's cool, and I can send it out to you next week. Alright? Or whatever week when you, after you send the paper. Alright? But again, that video shows you how to fill this out. But that's the form. Alright? So, let's go back over here. And you got the affidavit of ownership for the account, which is a certified, certificated deed. It's a certificate. That's what an affidavit of ownership is. It's not called an affidavit of ownership. It's a certificated deed. Okay? For account. Okay? That's showing that you own it. And then you have your case. And then you have an assignment deed, which you are assigning the deed over. See that 236 and the assignment deed? They both go together. So both of those is assigned. One is federal, which you get there behind in federal court, and one is from your office, Office of the Executor. So now you're assigning them, but the Treasury is also telling them what they need to do. King, what code says that? King, can you tell me what code? Hold on. Let me tell you what code. Let me tell you what code, big baby. 31 USC 3727. Okay, you wrote that down? Okay, you ready? Ready? Let's get it. All right, this is the one that shows their ass is live. 8 USC 507. No, I ain't done. 28 USC 754. Showing that they have to be bonded if they're going to do it. So if they've been going to the Treasury and they ain't bonded, they're already in trouble. Got them. Then you got 12 CFR 51.2. That's the appointment of the receiver, because they is the receiver and we're assigning them to go to the Treasury for us. Okay? Now, Let them know they answer suable. 28 USC 959. Bam. And I dropped the mic. King, don't drop the mic. Bring your ass back, boy. All right, I'm coming back. All right. All right, so now with the affidavit of ownership, which is a certificated deed, you need another barcode. And then with the assignment deed, you need another barcode. This is why I say you need to just join a university. But don't come here just trying to come get no bills paid now. Because the first thing you need to do is your fiduciary template. You need to do that. Kill their power of attorney. So you go to my video on YouTube. It's called IRS Fiduciary Documents. Go under 7 Steps to Freedom. Go to the playlist called Secured Private Credit. I'm sorry. King Stevian Secured Private Creditor. Type that in on YouTube. And in that playlist, click on that playlist. And in that playlist, they have the fiduciary documents. Those are the 3 documents you have to do, and you have to do it the way I show you. Stop acting like you know everything and you're going to do it your way. Your way, your ass going to be out in the highway. Getting your ass ran over by the IRS. I'm showing y'all exactly how to do this. Right? And like I was telling the group, I was like, I done this stuff so much, I know it with my eyes closed. If I was blind like Stevie Wonder, I'll be rocking my head side to side. You do 1099 like this, make a song out of one head, go like this, rock my head side to side like this, smile like Stevie Wonder, like this. That I done something for someone and I'm about to show y'all, and I didn't even do the full process here. And the book's about it. But now, that was an overage. And you're going to see what got to happen on that. The group already saw it, but I'm going to show it to y'all watching now. All right? So the next thing is the promissory note / the bill. Okay, the promissory note is the doggone bill or the invoice that they send you in the mail, and you do the 5-finger rule on it. And in that video, the 236 template, okay, that shows how you do the 5-finger thing as well. Okay, that's the accepted for credit. Accepted for credit. Now the accepted for credit is while you do the what? The 1099A. Because accepting means you are acquiring it and you become the holder in due course. You're the holder, the bearer of that instrument. This instrument. Okay? And you have to do the accepted for credit on it. The way I show you. Don't go putting no accepted for value, writing all sideways and ugly with marker and all that bullcrap these people told y'all. Be professional. Okay? And ecclesiastical deed poll. You got to get the deed poll paper from me. I'm not selling it. It's free. Okay? It's free. I'll just email you the template of the color. And I'll also email you the deed poll template. And also I'll be doing another video on the ecclesiastical deed poll. But if you get the tax class, it already shows you how it's supposed to be. Okay? But I will be doing one on the ecclesiastical deed poll in the Form 56. Alright? Within this week here. Okay? Gotta stay on this stuff. Show y'all how it's done. Right? The next thing. What we're going to do now, we're not going to wait till after the 7 days. Because when you send that 1 through 8 out, you wait 7 days. Or 1 through 10 out without number 9, you're going to send an invoice after the first 7 days. Then you wait another 7 days. But the way we're going to do it on this one here, since it's dealing with the taxes only and the interest, what we're doing is we're putting the invoice in there. Okay? And in there, we're going to let them know they have 14 days. Okay? You give them 14 days, and you have to give them a full 28 days, which is a whole month. Okay? After the first 14 days, then you got 2 weeks according to the UCC before you put a lien on it. Okay? But once you send this 1099B out and all this stuff to them, you are to, if you have a UCC through me, you are to make them a creditor. That's how this works. All these damn people out here doing these UCCs do not know how to use them at all. And if they sit around talking, oh yeah, you make them a credit, they got that crap from me. Because not one person, not one, in the last 5 years on YouTube, not one, not one that came to any of these groups and said, oh, you make the people who get all this fiat from you a credit. You don't even know how to make them a credit. But I do. It's a certain way you got to do it. Certain way. So don't let them fool you. You don't just go throw them on there and make them a credit. No. Got some attachments go to it. Got a barcode goes with it. There's a reference data box that has to have the original barcode in there that you have from me. A real barcode that's been registered. Okay? So there's some things that have to be done. Now they're accredited. And what I could do is for those who have got a UCC with me, and I made you a creditor, then I could go in there and make them a creditor for you. I think that one's $18, $20, something like that. And that's not me charging. It's $18 for the state, and then whatever you want to give me, you can, donation. But that's what you'll have to do. And we make it very simple, make them a creditor, and then if they default, the next thing after the 28 days can pass, then you send them a default letter, and I got the default template. Just type in King Stevian default template on YouTube, it'll come up. And it'll tell you what's on there. But I have the template. It already has a barcode on it. You don't have to pay for no barcode. I send that to you, and you send that out to them. Okay? That's how you get it. But the invoice will be in there after that first 14 days. Then you send out the default letter, and you give them another 14 days. And after that, you go and do the taxes that I showed you in that tax class, and boom, it's done. Do the taxes, send that stuff out, and you're paid in 45 days from the treasury. Okay? Simple and plain. Just that simple. Okay? Now remember, you got to do that on each company. Same process on each company. That's why I say you need to sign up. Again, it's in the description. Sign up for 1099 online if you haven't signed up already. Get that 20% discount, big baby. Go ahead. All right? Because you're going to need it. With all these bills you got. You see, you got child support for one child. Boy, you got goddamn 10 children. You got goddamn 1099 A's. Boy, that's 1099 ass whooping. They whooping your ass with that damn child support. I know you think it's a C, so it's 1099C for child support. Hell no. You can't 1099C for child support. You need to 1099A that stuff, boy. Acquire the debt. Yeah. All right. Anyway, IRS W-9 form. There's a certain way that is done. And I said I was going to show y'all this in the next video. So let me do this for y'all. Let me put up the W-9. I'll put up the W-9. I promised I was going to show y'all this in the last sneak peek video. And that wasn't no sneak peek. That shit was 10 minutes. That wasn't no sneak. 10 minutes ain't a sneak. Alright. Tell that to your girlfriend, boy, when I sneak in the house. I'm supposed to be, what, 5 minutes with her? Then that'll be sneaking. Nah, King, that still ain't sneaking. You need to be a minute man. Alright, god dang it. Keep going back to that. Alright, so W-9 here. And you got the... This thing always popping up, man. Hey. And do nothing in peace. Name of the entity. Okay? Individual and entity is required for a sole proprietorship or disregarded entity. Enter the owner's name on line 1. So in this case, you will put your foreign grantor's trust or your with it. Okay? You put the foreign grantor's trust there. Okay? So even if you're doing the job and they request your W-9, this is what you do. Put the trust name there. The name of the disregarded entity is your all caps name. First, middle, last. What you were born, birthed with. Born, birth. King, that ain't even no word. I made it a word. Born, birth. Yeah. My son just had a newborn, and that baby was born, birthed. Anyway, that's what goes there. All right, so we go down here, and it says check if it's a trust. You know, you can check trust here, but I'm sitting here showing y'all how to fill it out, but the company is the one that's supposed to fill this out. Okay, but I'm gonna show you anyway, just in case you have to fill it out and someone give it to you. Okay, you're really supposed to be doing the W8B and IMY. But some of y'all want to accept the job, and the job won't even accept the W8B and IMY. But according to the IRS manual on the W8B and IMY, looking at manual, it'll tell you they have to accept it. Okay, so matter of fact, I'm gonna stop right here because I know the manual clearly states, but we had a whole entire week study class on this, and I'm gonna have to pull that up and start releasing that for y'all to see listen to the classes and see them because we went over. All right, now I'm gonna just get right back into what they supposed to be doing. Okay. Because you do the W8B and IMY, and I have to do a video on it. I'm not even going to show you this W9. I was going to, but no. So I'm just going to show you what you need to put. When you send them this blank form here, the blank form, only parts you're going to fill out is this part right here. Requester's name and address. That will be your trust name. Okay? Trust name. All caps. With trust. Telling y'all how to do y'all trust name. Okay? It's your trust name. Okay? Then it says it's optional, but you're going to go ahead and do this. You're going to put it on the computer, fill that out. You're going to put your branch office. I'll put branch office. Branch office, and you put your address there. City, state, plus zip. Do not put no damn zip exempt, because every time you're in commerce and you're doing commerce, you have to have that zip code because you're on their damn corporate turf doing business to deal with the damn treasury to get your lawful money. If you a zip exempt, the treasury ain't gonna be able to give you none with a zip exempt damn zip code. Show them that you're here doing business. Because that's why the trustee is here, coming back to the United States to take care of business, to slap these corporate crackheads around and take back what was stolen from your estate. Come on now. Let's not be dumb. Some of y'all still gonna sit there and try to do it. Because these gurus done taught you wrong. If you're in the United States doing business, if I go to Egypt and I'm doing goddamn business, I got to do business their way. I got to show, okay, if I'm living at one of the addresses and it shows the zip code, I got to put the damn zip code. They know I'm there doing business. Okay? This is all you put on this document here. Okay? Now, what they're going to have to do, they're going to have to, if they're exempt, they're going to have to put that stuff here. Their fins and gins information going to have to go there. Okay? And they're going to have to put exempt pay code there. But they're not getting paid nothing. Okay? Nothing. Unless they're going to go to the Treasury for you, which they ain't already been. So ain't no paying on this one, buddy. You already got paid. Give it back. Now, list account numbers. I would go ahead and put your account number to your bill. If it's a case, you put a case. Okay? Alright? If it's your birth certificate, you put the birth certificate number. Okay? Now all the other stuff, they fill out. You don't sign, you don't do nothing. Okay? You're going to fill out just those parts, and you're going to send both pages to these books. I think it's 3 or 4 pages, actually. I'll be 5. God dang, it's 6. God dang, King, you can't count, boy. I ain't know it was this many. They added some stuff in here. King, it always been 6. Anyway, that's that. Okay. I want to show you how you do this. Request. Simple and plain, wasn't much at all. But you do want to put the account number on line 7. Okay? Alright, so let's get back to this. So you know about the invoice. You get the invoice from me. On your invoice is going to be the same barcode number you use for your affidavit of ownership to take over the case or the account. Okay? Same barcode goes on the invoice. Okay? So you're going to need a total, for those who knew, you're going to need a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 barcodes, because you're going to need one for this document itself. Okay? Now, you're best off for those who are just trying to do this, and remember, it's at my time to give you those barcodes, because I have my members that I have to take care of first. Okay? Keep that in mind. And I don't work on weekends. Only when I'm behind on work. Like this weekend here, I have to work, you know, do a little work because I'm behind on a couple things. But next week, I'm going full force to finish some things up. Y'all who got the laid back stuff, I had to order more paper. Ordered a different pound paper, 2 different pound papers this time, and I got them coming in. They said it should be in Thursday or Friday. That's what they say. Okay, so that means next weekend I'll be working again. Okay, fully working. Okay, now, and you know, once I put this stuff in for the laid back book, the 7 codes to redemption. It's going to take them about a week and a half before they even give a tracking number on that. This is just how they've been working. And then once they give that tracking number, I will immediately screenshot that and send it over to every last one of y'all who ordered. Okay? Now, what I do need everyone to do, and let me do this real quick. With a laid back update. Y'all know I got my computer hacked into by the gurus or the damn agents. Okay? Get all y'all names. And if you don't hear your name, please let me know. Call me 850-322-9657. Let me know I didn't call your name and you paid for the laid back packet. Okay? The first being is King Dracier of the Vito estate. Queen, let's see, Ned of the Singleton estate. Okay? Via Denise. King Denzel, Liz Ned. Queen Refine. Let's see. We got King Dot of the Tully estate. We got Queen Wendy. Then we got a Queen Wendy Trump. Okay. We got Queen Gasille. And then we got Queen Gasille's daughter. Okay. We got Harry Robinson. We got Queen Janice. We got Tiffany. Queen Tiffany. We got Brown Bay. We got Crystal Meekins. We got we got Timothy. We got a Michael, King Michael. That's the one that was in the group before. Don't know where he at right now. King Rock, LaRockar. I think you got 2 that you ordered, but call me and let me know if you had got 2 or you just have 1, because I might have made a mistake and wrote that down, but I think you tendered payment for 2. Then we got Alfonso Jordan. We got Foster Lee Brown. We got Earl Johnson. Got King Heru. Got King T. Nomel. Queen Akram. Queen Lisa. Lynn Walker. That is King Lasad there, actually. And King Rockar, I do have you down here, Trice, but you're going to have to give me a call, let me know. And then there is a, nope, we got another Michael here, Michael Farrell. Okay, so we got two Michaels here, and I'm not sure, but if it's in PayPal, then it's going to go out. If it's not in PayPal, it's impossible that it goes out. So whatever is left, y'all definitely going to have to give me a call to get that sent out. Okay, but y'all need to start giving me a call now so I can get this stuff accurate and lined up. Definitely go out. I got most of them in envelopes. Majority of them already in envelopes right now, ready to go out. So the book be finished up, and then, like I said, a week and a half, they'll give the tracking number, and that way it'll be sent out then. Okay. So, but the first thing I'm gonna get out to y'all is the album and the certificate and the deeds to go to it. All right. And then the books to come after that, coming straight from the book press. All right. Let me put this back on my stand over here. Alrighty. Now we're getting tidy. All right. So that's the executive order there. Entitlement order, executive order. All right. So y'all ready? Let's go over here. Let's go over here. Now, I told this queen I was not going to show her name. I said I was going to show this because she didn't even understand the letter at first, too. A week, maybe a day before, a couple of days before, maybe a week before, she got a letter saying that she's still old. I said that is from an automated computer that does that. When you have an IRS debt, they have it automatically rolling out. If you ain't paid by a certain date, then that computer shoots it out. Okay? That's how that works. Don't think they're just picking on it. Because when I accept this for credit, this, it was on the 22nd now, the 22nd of October. Okay? That ain't even enough time to put it in their system. It really takes 6 weeks, so let me see. That would have been 6 weeks. That would have been, no, that would have been 5. That would have been 5 going on 6. Okay, I know this stuff already, how it works. And so, I settled the debt with the gold certificate that I have right here in the folder. Sent it out. I didn't do a 1099A, I didn't do nothing. I already know these people. Know how it works. I keep telling y'all how this stuff works. I helped another king out in California with his debts. They wiped it off. Okay? So if you have an IRS debt, it's not difficult. There was another king who had a debt with the IRS, and they put a lien on him and had it in the county. As soon as he did his estate number, it washed away. See, because there's ways to get rid of it, I told you. But just getting rid of it don't mean nothing. You need to go back and get your moolah, get your lawful money. So y'all just be trying to get rid of stuff, and I got rid of the bill, I ain't have to pay it. But they stole your damn money. Every bill has interest attached to it. And before we even get started, I'm going to give y'all the goddamn figures for that. If your bill is, say if your mortgage or whatever car note is $600 a month. Ain't no mortgage going to be no $600, but anyway, if your car payment is $600 a month, you're going to take $600 and you're going to divide that, and this is what they're doing to you. And every last one of y'all. That $600 payment is just a tax payment that they give to the Treasury tax alone. How do you know this is true? When you mail your payments in, I guarantee you it's at a P.O. box. The P.O. boxes go to the trust indentures, which are the banks that go to the United States Treasury and turn them in and get a kickback for it, which is the lawful money interest. They put it in and they get lawful money. How do I know this? Because there are plenty of bankers that work at the bank at night that told me they trade dollar for dollar. So no matter what payment you send in, what payment you took to the bank, they do the same thing. They take your fiat. Now, since you have a partnership with your bank, it's 10%. That amount of money you pay was the 10% tax. And that 90% they ain't get it from your dollar. They don't keep 90%. No, they keep 90% of the lawful money. Meaning they exchange 90% of that for lawful money. That's what they mean. Because they're supposed to give back the 10% to you and put it in an account. They don't do it. They keep all of it. So, when you mail something to T-Mobile, same thing. Car payment, $600, you divide that into 10%. That payment of lawful money that they got was what? $6,000. What is the $6,000 to the 600? Of course, the 600 is 10% of the 6,000. See how it works? 90%, 10%. 10% tithe. That's where the tithing comes from. The Most High wants real estate. We give back from the farming communities. Nehemiah chapter 10. Okay? Matthew, let's go to Matthew 23:23. Woe to you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for ye pay tithe of mint and anise and cumin. What is that? That is all food of the farming community. What did he say? Ye pay tithe of mint. What is mint? Mint ain't money. And anise, they call it anise or anise. Which one? I call it anise. Anise and cumin. We know what cumin is. And have omitted the weightier matters of the law, judgment, mercy, and faith. These ought ye have have done, and not leave the other undone. Okay? So tithing is not money. Nehemiah chapter 10 tells you it's from the farming communities, precept upon precept. That's one precept. The other precept is Matthew 23:23. It is not money. Faith, and that is not money anyway. Fiat is not money. It's an IOU, which is a negotiable instrument. That's where your 10% comes from. When you got a covenant with God, you got a tithe to pay. That's 10%. You got a covenant with the bank. That's the 10%. When you go in there, you give them the 10%. So the full amount that you really giving them is that full amount. So if I make a deposit of $600, that is an actual tithe on what's bigger. Okay? So the lawful money is the $6,000 and the tithe is the $600. That's when you have a covenant, which is a contract, which is a security agreement. Now, if you don't have a partnership, it's 22%. Which is crazy, because it's cheaper. Then if they don't, because this is the tax that they have to pay, who sends the bill. It's supposed to be 33% of whatever they sent you. Okay? But the way we handle it is we settle the debt with our silver or gold, which multiplied at times 200, and then that's what we get back for our interest. And then whatever the principal was the tithe. And we give that tithe back to the Treasury, United States Treasury. How do you give that tithe back to the United States Treasury? Where you do a 1099 OID or 1099A to acquire it, 1099B for your silver or your gold that you paid it with, and then you do a 1099 OID showing that you own the instrument, and then you transfer that over to the United States Treasury because that is United States real property. That's their property. The negotiable instrument is their property. The debt is their property. So you have to give that back to them. Give to Caesar's what is Caesar's. Give to God what is God's. Silver, gold, precious metal, oil, land, that's God. Okay? Now, that's how this breaks down. So any bill you get, I don't care what it is, you got a contract with them, divide that into 10%. If you got a contract. If you don't have a contract, it's 22%. If they don't want to give you the W-9, then you go to 33%. 33, 35%. Or you can request the Treasury. Now, I do my next video, you're going to break that down. You go to the Treasury and you ask them to charge the maximum amount of tax on them who sent the bill. It says that in the code, and I will be reading that. Okay, let's get started. Okay, I was telling y'all earlier that I didn't do the full process that is on the entitlement order, but I'm doing it now. I'm just showing you that I know what I'm doing, and I can do this thing with my eyes closed, my hands behind my back, and the bill was, to tell you exactly what it was $323,000 and 000346 cents. Okay, that's what it was. And she already had this sent on 4/15/24. That's when it was sent, and it was up to 10/14. There's 2 periods passed, 4/15 through 6/30. That was a penalty of $5,198. Then between 6/30 through 24, 6/30/24 through 10/14/24, that was a penalty of $7,396.97. It kept building up. Okay. So I came in and paid that with my gold. I got to put back the balance in goddamn books. So they're going to have to return that back, and I'm going to show you what they said if you ain't already read it. Thank you for your inquiry of November 30th. Okay, so let's go back. 10/22/2024, I mailed off the document to the IRS settling the debt with the gold. Through the tracking number, okay, it took them a while before they get it. It took a long time before they even, I guess, checked it in, but it was like 2-3 weeks before they even checked it in. And so they sent them this letter the next month saying, because it takes about 4 or 5 weeks before it checks in. So that's about right. 10/22 to November 20th. Yeah, it takes about a month. Well, months and weeks, a couple weeks. Oh, I look like 5 here. Anyway, to resolve your account with us. See? That's what I sent. She didn't send anything. Okay? She sent some, and that wasn't going to work at all. She had sent it before I had got in contact with her. That mess didn't work. This is what happens when you go listening to other people. Okay? Now, it says we have adjusted your account as requested. However, we must do an additional review. So let me pause right there. Now, I went over this with the group. When it says we have adjusted your account. So it says resolve your account. That's the first part. So what was sent to them was to resolve. The next thing they said, we adjusted your account as requested. That's what this was that I sent out. Resolve this matter. I gave them an ultimatum. You can either get rid of it or you can accept this money here, which was, I'm going to show you, 5-point-some million. However, we must do an additional review of your account. What that means is, because the king don't have a tax ID number, they want the PTIN in order to return the lawful money. And since I'm our power of attorney, so I'm going to have to switch to the with it being the power of attorney with a Form 56F. Okay? And this is what I'm going to show y'all. Please allow 180 days for completion of the review, see, which may result in a refund or notice in the mail. Okay? There's going to be a refund, definitely. You have to return this interest to me who dished it out, okay? And that's why I did the 1099A and 1099B, and y'all about to see it, okay? It says, goes on to say, find tax forms or publications by visiting the IRS, calling such, all that stuff there, okay? Keep a copy of this letter for your record, okay? That's it. So I'm going to get out of that. I'm going to go over here to the 1099A, show you exactly what you do, right? So, and what part of this executive order was that? That was the promissory note and the ecclesiastical deed poll, which I didn't do ecclesiastical deed poll, because I would have to have her blood put on the letter, on the deed poll. I just did the promissory note. That was it. And I sent an actual affidavit of ownership, which was showing that I owned the silver, not the case. Didn't have to do that. But when I accepted it for credit, I took ownership of it. 1099A, affidavit of ownership goes for that. But the affidavit of ownership showing that I own the gold. Then I assigned the gold to them on the promissory note below, right here. Which is right there. Okay? So I transferred the gold ownership over to them on the bill to settle the debt. Then the assignment was done to them. Paid to the order. Let me see what it says. Paid, payable to the United States Treasury is what I put on there. Because that's who it was that came. Internal Revenue, and they said make checks payable to United States Treasury. So what I did, I made it like a check. Okay, amount $5,706,179.12, over 100. So I made it, and I put the dollar sign behind the 5 million, not in front. Okay, so let's go over here. Y'all can see this. So my witness is the one that's getting the, on the right side of the acceptance of credit, that's getting the interest back. On the right side, actually, the principal is actually going to the IRS to pay the bill. And that's what's happening. They're getting paid there. So I'm not getting the principal. It's going to them. They got to return the interest. But notice they said they're going to have a refund. Okay? Now, and that's guaranteed because I just did 1099A, acquiring the debt. So that's the importance of 1099A. So no, you cannot use a 1099A to buy a house, to buy a car, to buy any goddamn thing. It's only to acquire. What does that say at the top? Acquire, where's that thing? Acquirement or abandonment. Wait a minute, no, this is the B here. Excuse me, I'm in the wrong one. That's the wrong one. Acquisition, which is acquiring, or abandonment of secured property. Now, what is secured property? Well, in this case, it would fall under adequate security. And we're going to get into that in a minute. So here, the amount of money that she owed for the IRS bill is $323,000. That is the principal. That is the principal. The interest fair market value of my gold that I transferred to them is $5,383,175. Okay? And yes, they are responsible for paying back the debt since I gave it to them. So they are the borrower now. Okay? As you see down there, the borrower is the Internal Revenue Service. I made it attention trust indenture /TTNL. Anytime you have a borrower, you are not the borrower. The company is the borrower. Okay? And this is only dealing when you have the gold and the silver. So if y'all don't have y'all gold or silver certificates, y'all need to order that. If y'all order any of the USB videos with $60, if you want the 236 video with $60, you want the tax class is $125. Again, paypal.me/STT estate trust. Okay? Make sure you put in the notes section which one you're getting. The reason I'm mentioning that is because you get a deed when you purchase that. Okay? So you can use those deeds to settle your debt. If those who watch my last video with the new song in it, you got a deed. I gave you the website link. You clicked on that and went down. You can use that one as well. Okay? Gave you something free. And you're finna get some moolah off of that. I ain't asking you for nothing on that. You got it for free. There are people who donated for that video. Don't you know? That class. Or that teaching, that song. Okay? So I thank all y'all who did. So that's the interest, which is the fair market value. They are responsible. Down at the bottom is, you're dealing with the IRS, your social goes there. Okay? You don't know this person's social, so everybody, a bunch of people got 2649 at the end. Okay? But I'm the one taking over. Okay? And so anytime you deal with any company, so if you're dealing with T-Mobile, you're going to put T-Mobile, and you're going to put the second company on the 1099, or attention to, you put the TTNL indenture, the trust indenture /TTNL. TTNL means Treasury, Tax, and Loan. When you put TTNL, you're already shocking them right then and there. I know what the hell you did last summer. Trust indenture, and then the company name above that. Okay? Since we're dealing with IRS, that's the address there. Okay? And y'all don't put IRS. This is for only the being that I'm helping out here. Always, on the 1099A, you're going to put return of lawful money, 12 USC 411. Why? Because you're going after the interest in box 4. Okay? So, since it's 2025, man's 2025, you always do it for the last year. Keep that in mind. Do it for the last year. Because you dealt business with them in 2024. On this being document, it said for under the IRS 2023, so I had to do 2023. I actually did 2024, and they corrected it and put 2023. Praises to the Most High on that. He had to do it, unless the IRS hacked and said, oh, he's doing this wrong, let's do this right. But anyway, the submissions start on the 11th, 12th, so they're going to start doing their transmitting on these 1099s. So within a week, you'll have a approval email that comes back, and you print those out. You want to print 5 of those. Print 5 of those. If you want to screenshot the part where it's just approved and make it look like a 1099 shape, do that. That's the way I do it. And you print off 5 of those. And that gets attached to your 1099A. The one they approved at 1099A gets attached to that. Then the one for the 1099B gets attached to the 1099B. Okay? And you put that in the packet that you're going to send off to the IRS. Not the company, the IRS. The company don't get the approval. Okay? Only the IRS and the Treasury get. Well, the IRS don't need it, but the Treasury needs it when you send it off to get your money. Okay? And that's what makes it move smoother. Okay? So that's it. Showed you that. Now, when it comes to account number, make sure you put the account number down there. But remember, these account numbers are bank account numbers. So if you're having your lawful money wired into an account, put the bank account number there. That's what goes in that account number. If you don't have that, then what you're going to do is use your barcode number from the affidavit of ownership or certificated deed. Okay? And according to the IRS manual publication 1212, you can put a bank account. That will line up with the 1099B. And then that will also line up with your 8888 form or your, what was that other one? The other one where you do the direct deposits. Okay? Everything lines up. All right? So that's that on that. So we're going to go to the 1099B again. Now, everything matches up. The recipient is the bill collector who's trying to come after you. You are always the payer because you are the one that gave the gold or the silver. Okay? They didn't give you anything. Never. Ever. In this case, you put it in their hand by mailing it to them. This is where your tracking numbers comes into play. Now, if I want my funds wired into my account with the Treasury, on the bottom where it says account number, you will put the EIN number. That is an account number, a bank account number with the United States Treasury. When you do your acceptance for credit, it says return principal or return the interest to, and then you put the all caps name of the WIFIT, all caps name of the trust, in trust, and then you put Treasury exempt / account number, and then you put the EIN number. See? And that's where you deposit or credit the funds to. That's how that works. Or again, like I said, if you want the bank account, that number there, you can put the bank account number there. All right? So, just make sure. Also, you want to check the FACA box. Always check the FACA box. Okay? Whatever state the company is in, and this was in Missouri, you put Missouri for the state name just in case there's any taxes they have to pay. All right? You must say, King, that's the IRS. I don't care. I'm turning their ass in anyway. And when you get this stuff, you still have to turn it in to that state on the borrower section, right here where it says recipient. You're going to send a copy of this. We're going to see the text over in the right side which says copy B for recipient. They're going to have a section for one of them that says State Department. You're going to mail that in, that copy only, to the State Department, showing that this company received the funds. Okay? So that way they have to pay taxes. All right? Now, we go over here. If the contract is under a year, or if it's a company that's trying to put you under contract, you're going to put B. That is for short term. If, and this is at the top, which is applicable box on Form 8949. So that tells you right then and there, 8949 has to be filled out when it's time to do the taxes. And that's on part B, or the second part of this stuff. Okay? Not going with what we have on the executive order. Okay? That's why you have to get the tax class. Order the tax class 125. Okay? And that will be on a USB, and you get deeds for that, and you can settle your debts with those deeds. You're getting more than enough on that. That's about $20-some thousand right there. Right? So if you got a ticket, court case, something like that, it will be B, short term. If you got a contract like with T-Mobile or your car note or your house note, it will be D for dog, long term. Always remember that. All right? And so, now, again, if you don't have a contract, it'll be B. Just reminding you of that. Now, under 1A, it says adequate security shares, and I put the barcode number from my goal. Okay? And no, you cannot use that. So if I find out you use that, I'll be making sure your ass buried up under the jail cell, and you'll get in trouble for securities fraud, by the way. Adequate security, under the code, they say that you can pay your bills with adequate security. What is the adequate security? It says in finance, it means that a lender has sufficient collateral or assets pledged, this is where it gets important, by a borrower to reasonably ensure repayment of a loan. Okay? Now, under 26 U.S.C. 1445, what are they talking about? They're talking about loans. Actually, they're talking about taxes. But what happens, just like those who are on child support, they got you under the credit bureau for a loan. 26 U.S.C. 1445 talks about an adequate security that you can pay using adequate security, and that's your gold or silver. Now y'all see why King Stevian and the 100 Kings and 100 Queens telling y'all to buy y'all instruments, buy these silver deeds, silver certificates, gold certificates, buy the albums, buy these USB drives, because those are adequate securities. I'm giving you shares into my music, shares into my copyrights, shares in my IP. Okay? You got performance royalties, performance rights. That's copyrights. They got shares in that. And when you put that in their hand, you send them a copy of those lyrics that I gave y'all, they just got a share of that because you gave them a copy of those lyrics. And that thing is already valued because it's registered with the Nelson SoundScan. So there ain't no fitty-foddy fake mess going on here. So they said repayment of a loan. So why are we talking about an adequate security, but it's talking about a loan? Adequate security is only dealing with a loan and dealing with taxes. So wait a minute. 1445 says it's taxes. These people have to pay back the tax debt. Oh, under there it says that the transferee. Who's the transferee? The recipient. Not the recipient, excuse me. You are the recipient of the note. Like if the IRS sent you the note saying, hey, you need to pay this bill. Yeah, then in that case, you're the recipient, which you are the transferee. That's why you give it back to them with the gold or silver on. Now they're the recipient. See what I'm saying? You flip it back on them. So now you gave them an adequate security. It says that the transferee, which is you, can use an adequate security to settle the debt. So anybody who say, well, you can't use gold, silver certificates and all that stuff there to settle the debt, they're a liar. They are a liar. They pants on fire. Go tell Maya. She's a liar. So, it goes on to say providing enough protection against potential defaults and minimizing the lender's risk. So if I gave them this, which I did, I gave them over there the $5,706,179.12. And the bill ain't nothing but what? $323. And you look on the federal income tax line right there on box 4, $323. 003.40. That is exactly what I paid. That comes back. That comes back. This is your tax return here. I paid it. It got to come back. It's an honor. I honestly paid the tax. I paid it with a what? A adequate security share. So these bastards out here telling y'all just to go throw taxes in that damn box is what I mean. They're doing it fucking wrong. You ain't paid nothing in. Oh, I paid for my car note. That's not the taxes, big baby. You can't pay a debt with a debt. Read what it says. It got to be an adequate security. You can't pay with that. You ain't doing it but giving them a debt. When you give them that debt, anybody who has to pay an IRS debt and you write a check out, you need to make sure you assign that to them with a 236 and tell them to bring back your lawful money. Because that ain't nothing but a negotiable instrument. So that means they need to go to the treasury and get paid. They get paid and you get your lawful money. So they did it all wrong. And the IRS will be coming after them within 5 years. So, it says providing enough protection against potential default and minimizing the lender's risk. So what they're saying is they paid the loan, the tax loan. Child support, they're saying they paid a loan for you. Tax loan, that's why it shows up under the credit bureau as a loan. It's a tax loan. Against potential default and minimizing the lender's risk, essentially, it signifies that the security provided is considered enough to confidentially cover the loan amount if the borrower fails to pay back the debt. So why did they add interest? Why did the IRS add interest on this bill? Why in the world right here, they go over here, that's where it at. They go over here and they say, oh, we have adjusted your account as required, as requested, which may result in a refund, which it is. It may result because I have to finish up the process. That's why I say 180 days. And I have to give them the power of attorney for. Okay? So, again, it's considered enough confidentially cover the loan amount if the borrower fails to pay back the loan. And that's more than enough. That's why you overpay it. Okay? So always the principle that they're asking for the whole entire contract is a tax. That's all it is, because it's U.S. real property. U.S. real property is a debt. Debt is a tax. They live off taxes. Okay? So let's go on back to this form. Show you how I came up with this. Proceeds. Okay? What that is the, well, like my acceptance for credit document here of the IRS. Okay? It says the 323,003.46 plus the 5,383,175.66. Okay, that's what I have on line 1D. That's the proceeds. What is the proceeds? The proceeds is also the lawful money, which is also the gain. They gained off of box 4. Box 4 is all they're asking for, but since I sent 5 of what's in box 1A, 5,706,179.12, you deduct that from the 323, and you come up with 5,383,175.66, which is a gain, and that reflects on what? The 8288A. Y'all can go pull that up and look at that box where it says gain. That's what they gain. So they can't hold that gain because they have to get taxed on it. The IRS can't get taxed. I'll tax that ass. Okay? So they have to return that because it was more than enough, as it says, enough. So that way it lowers the lender's risk. And that's what we did. But that's what I did. Okay? So y'all see how the numbers came up. Now let's go to box 1F. Now, when they create a bond on this debt, that would be the total amount. Now, of course, my gold and silver wasn't a debt. That's why they have to return it, because the Treasury is only going to pay out fiat to those corporations. That's what they're supposed to be in. They don't supposed to get the lawful money. That got to be returned back to me. I'm the living being. Okay? So they get fiat. So what happens is, which I should have did the 323, but I didn't. I went in and did the total amount of the 5,706,179.12. What I did was I added 7.5%. That is the going rate on Treasury Direct under the bonds. Like if you look at the birth certificate bonds, they're normally 7.5%. Just going by that average one. And you add that onto that number in box 1E, which is 5,706,179.12. You go on your calculator, put that in, and put plus 7.5% equals, it'll give you that amount, and you put that in box 1F. Okay? So let's go down. All the boxes after box 4, that's the amount, that's the principal amount that they were asking for the whole contract. So if you got a contract or child support, you do the whole entire case for the whole 18 years, and you put it in there. Okay? Now, box 5, box 6, you're going to check gross proceeds, because the gross proceeds is everything. That's the principal and the interest, not minus any deductions or anything like that. That's the gross. You know what net means? Net means after something is spent or it's left over, like the net worth. Okay? So box 5 is empty. Box 3 is empty. Box 7 is empty. Box 8 is 0. Box 9 is 0. Box 10 is 0. Box 11 is 0. And then you get to box 12, and you're going to check that box. If checked, basis reported to the IRS. So I'm reporting it to them. They have different offices that handle things for the other offices. So don't be scared of no IRS. Okay, don't be scared of child support. Okay, this applies to everything, no matter what it is. Okay, the bartering amount is the same amount that you have at the top, right here on box 1E. That's the total grand amount. That's the interest plus the principal. The principal is always going to be transferred from the 1099A. This is the box 2. You're going to transfer over on the 1099B to what? Box 4 on the 1099B. From the 1099A to 1099B. Okay? That's the 323. 003.40. Now, this interest amount in box 4, the fair market value, $5 million. 0.3 gets transferred over to box 1D. Okay? And then you take 1D, add box 4, and that's how you come up with 1E. That's the cost basis. Why is that the cost basis? Because that's the total cost from my goddamn goal that I had to spend off of my books, off of my ledger, to give to the IRS. That's the cost. It cost me. Right now it's minus that. It ain't even on my books. It's minus that. So they need to put it back. So yes, they do have to return the principal. Okay? And so 1E gets transferred down to 13 because that's the total amount you are bartering with. You can only barter with real property that you own. Only a living being can own gold or silver. Just because you buy it while you're the straw man don't mean you own it. The state still own it because they own you. You are a ward of the state. Okay? So I hope y'all got this. Make sure this 1099B, the one for the state section, you mail that off to whoever is the recipient on here. You mail that to their state tax department. It might be the Department of Revenue. Just type in whatever that state is, tax department, and then type in where do I pay. That's all you got to do. Find that address, and that's where you mail it to. Okay? Because a lot of y'all are doing these 1099s, and y'all are not doing the things the way y'all need to do them. You have to do it the right way. You have to send them one, you keep one, and you send one to the tax department. Okay? That is the proper way of doing this. That's the way you make them pay. Okay? Now, let me go ahead and get into this. One second. I'm going to pull up a ladder real quick. Matter of fact, while y'all on hold, let me go into this video of me and my sons for building the Cityside Record Empire. And right after that, I'll be right back and I'll get into this ladder showing you how the states act like the mafia and the mob. I'll be right back.
Hey man, what's going on with that album you supposed to drop the last 2 months ago?
Man, I'm trying. I'm still working on that thing, man.
That was like a long time ago.
I know. It's trying to get in. Get in exactly. Cityside Records. It's not trying to be like Empire, but we are about to go public. Where's my album?
I'm still working on it, man.
Okay. You know, us releasing these albums on time to the public and let them know what goes on in this music ministry and record label is something that's needed. So we need to let them know why your album ain't came out. What's up with Big Sight?
See, I don't know.
Okay, see, Big Sight is crucial to your album. He worked with the great Tupac Shakur. So we need him part of this team on these projects. And you, before you even think about going public and making a disgrace, talking about you want to play football instead of doing this music thing. First of all, how you gonna play football? How's your grade?
Well, Dad, I'm trying to pull them up, but at the same time, I'm trying to do.
You need to hold off on the football. Cause one of y'all is gonna be the head of this empire. Cityside Records. Where are we on the IPO? We're going public. You're working these numbers. So what's going on?
I'm working with Bam on that.
And what is Bam talking about?
Bam is talking about.
Is he moving closer to this deal or what? Because Bam, he's the one who comes up with Big Sight. So there's no reason why Big Sight shouldn't be in the studio recordings. But I'm going to say it like this. One of y'all is going to be head of this empire. And y'all need to be prepped up and ready. Because one day I'm going to be gone. What's up with Crystal Clear?
We just did red blood.
Red Blood. Okay, Crystal Clear remind me of Cookie. Cookie from the movie Doggone Empire. You need to get with her, you need to talk with her and let her know we need to have peace at Cityside Records.
Yeah, I get
Okay?
it.
We about to go public. Cityside Records. Cityside Records.
All right, kings and queens, I am back. Without no swag. Now mean, big baby. Yeah. Okay, I like that. All right, so I started my own bankruptcy court. Okay, I started my own child support agency. I got the with it, got the estate. Now this didn't come with my estate for some strange reason. Most of y'all, when y'all get y'all EFTPS from the Treasury, where you get your estate number, your with it, or some kind of trust, you get that EFTPS letter telling you to sign up. The reason you get that is for the purpose of the taxes, because you are a tax collector. You become an agent at that point. Remember what I told y'all in this letter right here? Notice the agent is notice the principal, and notice the principal is notice the agent. Okay, because they're being the tax collector when you really are the tax collector. So we really don't even have to put that really. But since they're acting as it, we leave that on there. Now, there's a letter that comes from your state tax department. It's normally the re-employment tax potential liability notice that they send out. In Florida, it'd be the Florida Department of Revenue that mails it. Okay? Even in most states, they have the Department of Revenue. Okay? Now, when you get your EFTPS, you are an agent to collect taxes. That's why here, you look here, you got the FATCA filing requirements. That goes through, like I said in one of my other videos, in the last 3 videos, I said it goes through the EFTPS system. Okay? Because you have to trade dollar for dollar because you are a bank. Not you, but your trust or your estate or your with it. It's still a trust. Okay? So, the state will come in and send you a goddamn letter. And I'm going to read this letter. Okay? According to the Internal Revenue Service, you were recently assigned the Federal Employer Identification Number, FEIN, shown above. If you have not recently applied for, changed, or been assigned a new FEIN, please contact the IRS directly. The department is unable to provide any details regarding the FEIN that was provided to us by the IRS. Please see the IRS website at to locate your local IRS office. If you employ people in Florida and meet any of the criteria listed above or below, you may be liable to pay re-employment tax. Watch this. You have 1,500 quarterly payroll and employed at least one worker for 20 weeks in a calendar year. Corporate officers performing services are considered employees, includes S corporations. You have a 501c3 IRS exemption and employed 4 or more workers for 20 weeks in a calendar year. Churches and church-owned organizations are exempt. You are an agricultural employer with a $10,000 quarterly payroll or have at least 5 workers for 20 hours in a calendar year. You pay $1,000 in a quarter for domestic services in your private home or college club. You are liable for federal unemployment tax. If you meet any of the criteria listed above, currently or in the future, you must register with the Florida Department of Revenue to report and pay Florida reemployment tax. You can register online at such, then say, or submit a paper Florida business tax application, Form DR1, available at, there, of course, their website. The site guides you through an application interview that will help you complete your registration. If you do not meet any of the criteria listed above, please disregard this notice. To speak with a department representative, contact the Taxpayer Services at such Monday through Friday, excluding holidays. Then they got, please send written correspondence to Account Management, Florida Department of Revenue. Florida Department of Revenue is the ones that collect, watch this, wait for it, child support. What did I just tell y'all? So what they're being, they see a new person on the block collecting taxes. They know when you start collecting a lot of taxes, you're going to have employees. They want a piece of the pie to get taxes. So they want a tax to tax your tax that you're getting. This ain't really about no employment tax. You're on their turf because they are the tax collectors. The Department of Revenue is the tax collectors in the state of Florida. And when there's a new tax collector on the turf in Florida, oh, they want to come try to bark up the tree. They ain't really after no damn employment taxes. They just want part of your taxes. That's why, and that includes sales taxes. That's why when you have a company that you order offline like eBay, Amazon, they always slap on that tax. It says state sales tax. And they have to give it to the state departments because they're doing business collecting taxes from you. What taxes is eBay or Amazon collecting from you? You bought what? A brand new refrigerator or a moped on Amazon. They mailed it back to you somehow. You paid the fiat. That is a tax, just like I just went over in this video. And since they are getting taxes, Florida wants a piece of that tax. All taxes are federal, and they all go through the T, and L. FACA filing requirement. EFTPS system, dollar for dollar. So, and I can drop the mic. All right? So, that is that. So everybody, a lot of people got that letter. That's what that letter's all about. They see you coming on their territory, and they want a piece of their action. Because why didn't they mention anything about sales tax? Because they know that you are a collector of taxes, and you're going to have employees. And yes, of course, you check one box on there that's going to have employees. One employee, they want to collect some taxes. Not I, said the cat. All right, this is part one to the tax video. That's very important here. I gave some of y'all this stuff already in the meeting. All right, a lot of y'all didn't get it because y'all wasn't in it. All right, but I hope y'all all are in it to win it, because this is the tax season to be jolly, because you're going to get a lot of moolah, well, lawful moolah. All right, so with that being said, I am done. After this video, I want y'all to see the wine video, which again is called STB4L. That means save the best for last. And my clothing line that I'm going to bring back in December, again, it's called Art War. Art War. I was going to do Art Wear, but I said Art War because it's just about throwing paint everywhere. But it's very designable, very fashionable, looks good, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, you be the judge, okay? If you use this information to get free, do not blame me. Blame the L, the O, the R, the D. Won't he do it? Oh yes, he'll do it. So what you need to do is get this knowledge and start to pursue it. I'm King Stevian, representing the 100 Kings and the 100 Queens. I am out. Hope you love the video. Also, don't forget, sign up for 1099 online below. If you're trying to get one of the USB drives, either the tax course or you're trying to get the bearer instrument class, it's $60. If you're trying to get the 236 class, that is $60 as well. But let me know in the notes section on PayPal. Again, it's paypal.me/STT Estate Trust. Love you all. I'm also taking donations, so if you want to just donate anything, it don't matter. A little, a lot. Hey, it still feeds Tiny Tim for Christmas, buddy. I am out. Peace.
You know, Steve Curtis is not just something for your bedwear, kitchenware, a clothing line. You know, Steve Curtis is an art brand. You know what I'm saying? And I know, said in 1 Peter, chapter 4, that you should use whatever gift God gave you to serve others. So this is where Steve Curtis come into play. You know what I'm saying? We do it to finance the ministry, so that way we can go out and spread the gospel and give knowledge to the people that God told us to give it to, so that way they can learn to give him glory. Steve Curtis is an art brand, like Jesus Christ the name. You need to all get it, from bedwear to kitchenware, even clothes to fit it. It represents the Christ. Whatever Steve Curtis do, make sure it suffice. Giving glory to the Father, man, funds for the ministry, so we can win them souls, man. Time is winding up now, but I'd rather go out in style now. With my Steve Curtis clothing buzz, because the armor of God that prevented me from folding. Giving gifts, serve others, so we created Steve Curtis for sisters and our brothers, daddies and mothers, so God get the glory through Jesus Christ, man. This a freestyle story. December 1st, go pick it up. Steve Curtis Clothing. www.stevecurtisclothing.weebly.com. And we out.
It's a freestyle story.